everybody, it's Dara, and I'm really excited today to show you what we are calling our, Lisa and my, rice substitute. Because Indian food is so amazing, it's spicy, it's got heat, and you kind of want, like they serve naan and they serve rice, but they also serve a lot of spices to reduce inflammation. Turmeric is one of them. Ginger is one of them. If you want to kind of get away from rice or have a rice substitute, this is so perfect. We figured out a way to add fiber. And so this dish right here, our rice substitute with quinoa, kale, and cauliflower, is actually, I would say, 2/3 raw, 1 part cooked. So this is raw fusion. So basically what you need to make this gorgeous dish is cauliflower, kale, and the quinoa. And I'm going to show you right now how to make the quinoa, how I make it. You can make it in a pot on the stove. I have this rice maker that I got for Jada, and I've been using it for quinoa. So it's so easy. The ratio is 2 cups water, and the water's in here, and then 1 cup of quinoa, and all you do is put it in. Now I've decided that I like to flavor the quinoa because when you have fibrous things and then you go to put spices on it, they could clump, and so I want it to have some flavor. So what I'm going to do is add a couple bay leaves and some turmeric. Turn it a nice yellow. You can use saffron, you can use different spices, a couple of pinches of salt, and I'll add the turmeric. Just maybe like a 1/4 teaspoon. It goes a long way, even less, like 1/8 is fine. It's really, and then all you do is you put it in your rice maker. If you don't have a rice maker, then you can just Google, or look on YouTube for how to make quinoa, but it's very easy. And I put it on, it's so cute, on the quick cooking. I'm shutting it. Okay. You're going to have to edit this part. Oh. Okay. Okay. Quick cooking. Because quinoa cooks quicker. And that's it. And so this will be cooking. And then we will next address the kale, which you could take the stem and the leaf and just process it in the food processor, but I like to take it off of that because to me it's like having a bone in the food. So I prefer just the leaves all ground up. And I will show you, I'm going to pull out the Cuisinart and show you how I quickly process these, and then once the quinoa is cooked, we just mix it all together with a little olive oil and salt, and that's it. So that's it. Okay. Yeah. Did that make sense? Yep. So roughly chop the cauliflower, roughly chop up the kale. I'm going to show you how I do that. Now we'll fast forward. Everything will be fast. I'm going to be super speedy. This dish really is easy to make. So, yeah, I like to do the cauliflower first. Okay, so I want to state the benefits of this dish in case I want to reiterate that it's important to get your greens in because we need fiber to pull out toxins. If you aren't accustomed to eating raw food and all of a sudden you have roughage, you think that it gives you bloating, but what it's really doing is loosening up whatever's stuck and inside and needs to come out. So we need the fiber, we need the chlorophyll, we need the amino acids, which turn into protein. They're the building blocks of protein in our bodies, the fiber from the cauliflower, and then of course the protein that we get from the quinoa. So this dish could last. This is going to serve you know, 4 to 6 people. And if I kept it in the refrigerator, I'd probably keep it just for a couple of days. With raw food, you want to eat it right away. You want to get the freshness. So there we have it. We're waiting for this. We have about 12 more minutes for the quinoa, really quick. So I will come back when it's done and show you how I mix it all together. Okay, so just a note, when you're making quinoa, you can use less water. More water will make it softer, and less water, so you can do 1 cup water to 1 cup quinoa if you like. Now, we are up to, this is Lisa, and we are making a chutney. Go ahead, tell us what's in it.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna chop up tomatoes. So it's basically a pico de gallo, but Indian style. Because we're gonna add a little bit of cumin and olive oil and salt and chili. Yeah,
the chili. Those are amazing. This is Serrano. They use green chilies in India, but here we'll just use the Serrano. These work really nicely.
Usually, so I guess this will be, they call it an onion chutney, even though it's got plenty of tomatoes.
Okay.
So.
And we're just trying to do something quick to add some freshness. We're going to put a dollop of coconut yogurt on the top, but this will give you a nice freshness to the dish. Yeah. And if we want to keep going, which we are trying to do other work, so we're not making like 4 recipes today, but we're like, we should make taka. And we should, yeah, we want to. Like, we need to have the onion simmering.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lisa's taka is so good. Yeah. It's got the, go ahead, tell them what's in it.
It's got onions and garlic and ginger and turmeric and some sort of masala, whatever, tandoori masala. We like garam masala a lot because that one I feel like is really versatile. Yeah, you just saute with coconut oil or olive oil. So good. Everything. That's like
taka. It's so good. It's just like this, and there's nothing wrong with cooking onions and garlic. It's beautiful, and cooking the spices and then putting that over a raw salad. You don't even need to have the quinoa. It could be just this, you know, a hot dressing. Yeah. So the order of the ingredients for the taka is interesting, right?
Because you have to put the, so I'll do mustard seeds and...
The coconut oil, or you do mustard?
Oil.
Okay, coconut oil first.
And then mustard seeds, then I add garlic, ginger, and then onions, and then I'll add the cumin seeds last.
So they don't burn. Okay. Yeah. And then the weird ingredient that I had never heard of is the asafoetida.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. You know, it's funny because
it's a resin.
It was kind of hard to get. Like, I cooked without it for so long that now when I add it, I'm like, oh, what is that? I'm like, oh yeah.
It adds a little something, something.
Teeny.
You have to use so little of it, but it's the basis of, like, Indian food, like the basis is very similar to a lot of things. So
and it's pretty easy. Like, a lot of people say, like, Indian food is so hard to cook. I'm like, oh, really? You can't really go wrong if you add the herbs, the spices, and it's so good, so easy. I feel like it's one of the easiest things.
Okay, we just lost some footage. It's possible that a phone call came in. So note to everybody making videos of themselves, put it in airplane mode so that when a call comes in, it doesn't interrupt, but it's no big deal. I told Lisa, she's all like, no. And I'm like, well, you know what, this happens. So we just tell them from where we were at with the tomatoes, what we've done.
So
Lisa cried. She chopped up the onions. You missed the crying. You missed me hugging her. Go ahead. So tell them what's in it.
So I chopped up an onion, and we added cumin in here, and salt, and olive oil, and cilantro, and lime. And it's beautiful, and I can't wait to
And it's fragrant, and we just saved you probably about 10 minutes. We wanted a short video. It actually worked out for the best. So we're going to post the recipe on Instagram. Join us on Instagram and the website.
This is so good.
Yes?
I love it. You can eat it with all Indian food.
I can hug you anyway. Yeah. So awesome. Right? That's fine.
1 minute.
Did we say the chili pepper? And a teeny corner of the Serrano chili pepper. Okay, so the quinoa is finished, and you just remove the bay leaves if you've used them, and all you do is just pour it. The quinoa is finished, and you pick out the bay leaves if they're in there. You don't want to eat them. Hold on. And all you have to do is gently, really fold everything. Okay, a little bit of olive oil. little bit of salt. And you have your rice substitute. I'm so excited for you guys to try this. Please let me know how it is. Leave a comment below, thumbs up, all that jazz. Join us on Instagram and get your greens on.